And we now have a structure which, during the last meeting, which was last Saturday, by the way, just to inform those who may not have attended, this meeting is the meetings often come up on Saturdays. I think it's 6 p.m. Amber time. Every Saturday, 6 p.m. Amber time, at least for now, until we get everything rolling. So when last Saturday, the structure was actually adopted. It was adopted, but just because it's adopted doesn't mean that it has been closed for updates. It's still open for updates, but the structure as it is now has been adopted. And the last meeting we started, we went into the initial formation of committees, or at least the discussion of it. And during the week, we'll be meeting with some other groups that had indicated interest and played a role in establishing this document. I'm here referring to the CRC and the HCRR and other groups that and the SCAF too has come in and provided some members who will join the committees, and we are very hopeful and optimistic this time that this one will work. So I'm encouraging those who have not had the time to join these meetings yet to come in. It is open to everybody, and nobody is prevented from making their suggestions or contributions. You come in and you're given time to express yourself, and we listen to everybody, and we simply soak up all the ideas and we use them to complement what has already been established. We are adopting a continuous improvement approach to this initiative. There's no time when we will say, oh, we've done it all and there's nothing more to improve. No, if you come in and you have an idea that can improve what has already been done, we will welcome that idea and apply it to improve what has already been put in place. So, comrades, this is a time when,
If I may
given what
ask
we have,
there, if I may ask,
yes.
what has been the response of the different groups, factions out there? Have they sent in representation into this movement, new effort that is being put in place?
Yes, when you talk about groups, like I've said, the groups that have sent in representations are the CRC, the HCRR sending in, SCAF has sent in. I think one of the IGs has sent in representatives. We are still waiting on the others to come in, but we are extending again. What we are doing is
What is CRC?
the conflict resolution committee that has been going on for quite some time now. They've done really some good work in
Why
identifying.
is it considered a group?
Well, we remember we are open to not just groups, but communities and even private individuals who have something to contribute. Like we said, we are broad based. We're open. We don't want to limit anybody from coming in. So when we talk about groups, even communities, like you have a community of Ambazonians in South Africa or in Norway, and they want to come in and be part of the initiative, they are welcome. We want to open the door to everybody and to break the door of all these factions, and we are so compartmentalized so much that it becomes difficult for us to do anything. So when the initiative is not meant to for groups only, like we have always known. So egg of C or IG this,
Because
IG that.
my little issue there is when you say every little group that you realize that there are certain main groups that then encompasses everybody out there. I mean, when you talk of the IG, for example, then you talk of a group in South Africa, you talk to a group in France. That group, they have loyalty to either the IG or to AGOFC or to SCNC. So why not concentrate on building uh, a group that consists of these major groups, knowing that they then act as a pool to bring in these other little things like CRC that you mentioned.
I understand, I get your question very well. But if you look at the composition or the consistency of these groups right now, you realize that they are not what they used to be. A lot of these groups have lost members, and many of these members are loose elements out there. They are not quite affiliated to any of these groups right now. If you look at the membership in of any of these groups, you want to really count, they are not many. Some of these groups are actually shadow groups with not a lot going on in there. So if you had to concentrate only on these groups, you will not have a lot of people to deal with. So we are trying to scoop everybody out there, including those who, for one reason or the other, had felt discouraged or whatever, and we're just floating out there. We want to be able to scoop up everybody and bring them in, including the existing groups.
All right, let me get to Ebony there. I know you have been in one of those meetings and made your own contributions. What, in your opinion, do you think Ambazonians should be doing at this moment to seize the opportunity for something that they haven't done until now?
Well, I was you invited me to the initial first meeting, and I attended. Uh, when I was in that meeting, I left with the impression that not again. So my after observing for this maybe 10 years all the things we've gone through and all the opportunities we have missed and all the mess, some of the mess that we've done ourselves in dividing ourselves and killing even the warmth of spirit amongst us, which is part of what we are losing. You can, Chris, you and I have been together. We've been on and off. Sometimes we talk, sometimes we don't talk. And that's what has been going on. Some of us who have minds like this, that we can look beyond disagreements and all the like, we stick to relationships, we stick to brotherhood. Not really the issue. The fact that I disagree with you does not make you my enemy. It's, I still see value in what can come out of you. None of us is perfect. And there's none of us who is a giant who can do it alone. We are here because it's a collective. It's not about the superiority of quality of one individual against other people. It's all of us, every one of us in this revolution, in our existence in community, not only revolution, has something that has been put there divinely and ancestrally put into us to be a thing that if we can understand it ourselves, we bring into community to help with pushing community forward. It's not about our individual successes because we are very resilient as individuals and we can be able to get material things or jobs career-wise and all that thing very easily. That alone is not going to lift community because once community is down, it doesn't matter how rich you are, you still remain a victim to the things that can happen to you or to the poorest amongst us. It can happen to the richest amongst us too. So this our gathering together is for us to be able to pull together a strength that is remarkable and that is effective and that can do anything. And that's, we have a lot of challenges with our revolution because we tried to do that, but we did not hold the grip of it. That's why we are in dispersed rank and not really relating to each other. I was in Atlanta and some time ago to celebrate with one of our comrades, Sisiko Arimbi, who was turning 80, and his wife was turning 70, and then their marriage was 50. And I was very, very happy. I've never seen a person like Dr. Tita. He walked very warmly and came and greeted me. That was the first time I was meeting him. That's the spirit. When we meet, that's the spirit that we should harness We should start with that individual warmth, and then it makes magic when we come together in a way that it controls, even it can subdue even the negatives that can come out of our disagreements. Our disagreements become a strength. So we we have this tendency to not listen to each other. Once a person starts something, you feel like just the fact that you're starting it, it must be a success, and any other thing that people think it's an affront, it's a negative, or it's trying to destroy. And I have learned that, and I try to stay away from that. Like Mark Fossey, you saw me talking on Mark that he ran away from me. I see something that is good in Mark Fossey in the sense that he was in your group. When I say your group, don't take it in an offensive way. He was in your group of the IG, and I was not part of that per se, as far as membership is concerned. And when I was doing an initiative, something that I was running, he contributed. Those are the things that I see in people. So if Mike is trying to do something, first of all, don't stress yourself too much on having everybody on board and creating a structure that might become very cumbersome and an impediment to your progress. If you can rally a few people, which is what I've been trying to get. If this revolution we are talking now, if I was successful with the Cyber Country Sunday, that was doing a lot of work for some time on the ground, that I was successful to have 200 or 100 committed people who were putting just a little bit, even $10, and we do things, that would have been growing by now with people seeing effectively what we are doing. So let's get away this desire of say everybody must be under the umbrella before something happens. Let talk to people with things that you're already doing with a few. Like all of us here now, you see, we are talking about a Kane, and it's a Kane dying in prison. One thing that I can praise all of us, because it's not because I do it that I'm the only one. I know that every one of us is doing something with somebody of our comrade who is in prison. If you look at them, since they went, like our leadership of the Naira 10 and others, since they went into prison, we cannot allow them to drink water. That is in that place, they will die. We cannot allow them to eat or go hungry. They will die. So death, it can occur even to those of us out here, but at least I take pride in the fact that those of us who show our faces and those of us who are anonymous and all the like have been doing something very great to keep those people in prison by not subjecting them to the poison that they could give them in that prison. So if Mike comes up with something like that for us to take something, there's just so much right down to do in this revolution that we don't just have the capacity because of what has happened to us. I might be lucky, or you might even be lucky to walk ways to get an audience with Paul Biya than I can be able to have access to Sako, who is just a few miles away from me. That's part of the problems we've had. So, Mike, if you
is Sako not visiting with you? He is your neighbor right there in your backyard.
I don't even remember the last time I talked with Sako. If I call him now, I don't even have a right number for him. And I tell you, let me tell you something. You know Governor George Achu, right?
Yeah.
That is a man who wanted to be very supportive. You know the history of a great man like that. Governor Achu, before he died, came crying to me how Sako appointed him something in his government. And he went even to Sako's house to try and see him. And Sako told him, hey, I'm very busy. I can't see you now. Try to book and see me sometime, some other time. That is Sako towards Governor Achu.
But you ought to understand, Doug, you don't just walk to the president's door to see him like that.
Ah, come on. I know you are a man of great humor. This one is a dry. Chris. So we do this thing. The point. Let me tell you something, Chris, and most of the element, the people we are working with now. Most of our young people did not know our history or did not see anything West Cameroon or Southern Cameroon. So we must have that in our mind with the challenges that we are having. All of you here, Mike, you and Chris, you are young people compared to me. You should be very happy and count
Come
yourself
on.
blessed to have an old man like me who is still
Oh,
energetic
come on
and
now.
still
Come on
focusing on this
how,
revolution.
how old are you? 70?
Come
No,
on.
no, Chris, you want to know my age?
Yes. And I tell you mine.
Christmas, this Christmas would make me 72 years old.
72 years old. That
All right.
is
And he said Kana is just 2 years older than me.
that is 5 years, just 5 years ahead of me.
I am your big brother. Respect me.
I
Stop talking
respect
like that.
that. I respect that.
Well,
All right.
well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Mike. I have looked at myself from Cameroon to now. I know the blessing that has been put in me. As an individual, I can have many faults and all the like. I know the blessings that have been put in me, and that I have embraced and carried very jealously. That has been put in me for this revolution. Financial integrity. Nobody has ever, when I say I want something that they contribute money, even in my name, I've ever questioned or felt that something is happening. I know that that was put in me. If people recognize it, that it will serve this revolution, and I have kept that and make sure that I don't mess that up.
Yep.
You, Mike, you have something that is in you. Even if everything else does not work, you have something in you that has been divinely placed to put on the table for our collective success. When we see all those things, and then people see those things in you, and they come closer to you, and you mess that up, you are messing up a whole community, a whole program, a whole generation. So that is why we come together. We come together because everyone has an area of competence that would put. Not everybody. When you are a leader, the quality of a leader is to be able to get people who can do the things that you want to be done.
All
So if
right.
you are a leader and you can't get people to do things, then you are not a leader.
That's true.
All
So
right,
That's
Mike.
true.
that was my view of it. I think, Mike, as you are going with the project, I was attended the first talk, and it was the same old stuff. Like it came across like Dr. Fontane's, what is that thing that he was calling again? Ambazonia what? And we should, once in a while, we should have these conferences or this video talk to give an account of what we have done. Not necessarily to start something. They become so cumbersome promises,
Well,
and you take time and you miss the moment.
well, Chris,
Dr. Finney,
Dr. Chris, you got to understand that at this moment we need resources pulled together. That is the essence of trying to bring everybody together. Because if you are there doing your own thing, Mike is there doing his own thing, Chris is here doing his own thing, the resources are divided. And at the end of the day, we're not able to support, not even enough support for those in jail, those in refuge in Central Africa and Nigeria. You lack resources to prosecute the entire struggle. That is, you recall that when we
I think we are saying the same thing, Chris. We are saying the same thing.
When we were a team from the formation of the interim government, money was not a problem until they started
Exactly.
stealing it, siphoning it, buying Bitcoin,
Exactly.
and investing in American financial and all of those things. Then, of course, people were bound to be angry and walk away. So, but I
True.
think this moment, I really think it is a moment to regather everybody, because if we have to sustain the struggle, resources must come together. Mike, I give you 1 minute. I give you
Yeah,
one
yes,
minute,
yes,
and then we'll open the phone lines.
yes, Comrade Chris. I just want to react. Dr. Bini, first of all, I want to appreciate the kind words from you there. I appreciate it. And I would like to extend another special invitation for you to attend another meeting of this initiative. You may not have been impressed.
Something is not
first
right
time.
with your microphone, Mike. You may have to log out and log back in.
Let me see. I'm not muted or anything. Can you hear me now?
No, it's not good.
That is good. That is
Okay.
good.
Okay, that's good. All right. All right.
No,
So
it's
as I
bad.
was saying,
It's still bad.
let me see here. What is the problem?
It's huming.
Okay, let me see. Let me see. I was in is that
Yeah,
better now?
it's really bad.
Okay. Should
You
I
just have
should
to
I
log
log
out, log
out?
back in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, while you logs out and log back in, I will open the phone lines for you to call in with your contribution. Before you do that, I want you to know that the number you have on your screen, or that has been put on your screen, is a new number. Take note, that is a new number. But I want to make a very special appeal to you, ladies and gentlemen, and maybe I may ask Dr. Ebini and Mike Fossey to weigh in on this. I think nobody out there disagree on the role that this TV channel has played in educating, inspiring, and informing Ambazonians as far as the Ambazonian independence struggle is concerned. We run ABS on satellite television to all of sub-Saharan Africa. We also run it on the YouTube and just the social media. But running it on satellite television is very critical, very important, because the people back in Africa, they don't have the luxury of the data. They do not have the luxury of the data that you all have in Europe, in the USA, and maybe in Asia. That is why we have to keep ABS on satellite. They don't have to pay. Once they have their satellite channels or antennas out there, they download the channels. They never have to pay a dime for watching it. In the diaspora, you have free internet, unlimited internet. You can watch for as long as you want on YouTube and Facebook. But they in Africa cannot do that. They don't have the internet latitude with which to do that, which is the reason why I really want to appeal, make a special appeal to you today. Please, please, if you value what we are doing here almost on a daily basis on ABS, I appeal to you tonight to consider a one-time donation today so that we can keep ABS running on the satellite on ground zero. I may not be surprised if right now we are off satellite. I won't be surprised if callers call in and say the satellite is off. This is December the 2nd and we still haven't paid. I won't shy away from telling you, hey, help us to pay it. If you value what we do here, ladies and gentlemen, please, today, in the course of this program, in the few minutes left, I'd like you to call in, make a donation to support us to keep this channel on satellite. You can make a payment, a cash app payment on the number you find on your screen. You can make a cash app payment with that number. In fact, I would say, if you can make just anybody who can call in with $25, $50, or $100, we will very much appreciate it. So please, you can use the number on your screen to make a cash app donation, either $25, $50, or $100. If 100 people call in, with $50 or $100, we should be able to take care of the satellite for the entire month of December. That is my appeal to you. Please consider it. If you value what we do, if you appreciate what we're doing here, we're not paid. I'm not paid to do this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not paid to do this. I am doing this because because of the passion. That's just what it is. But we are helping the struggle, helping our people. I come and sit here and talk about Cameroon. I don't live in Cameroon. I never intend to go live in Cameroon or in Ambazonia. But we still have family there that need to taste this freedom that we are tasting in America. And I'm sure you want to do that too. So please help us. Call today. Call today. If you need a Zelle number, call now. I will give you the Zelle number to be able to make that donation. But let me bring back Dr. Christmas Ebini and Mike Fusi to just talk about the importance of communication in the struggle like the one we have, in the battle like the one that is going on in Cameroon, talking about the revolution, the necessity for a channel like this one that fits the people, educate them, and update them on a daily basis. Dr. Ebini, please, briefly.
Well, and
Dr. Ebini, can you hear
Chris,
me? Oh, okay.
Chris, you and I,
I can hear you, yes.
you can hear me?
Yes.
You and I have had differences in the past and all the like, and I know that recently I called you and told you that you are doing much better and doing well with this program. And I encourage you to keep doing it. And I've been talking to people who have programs like yours to diversify in the future. If you can have the resources to diversify in the future, that we have other areas of interest. You can have a cultural hour, we can have a literary hour, and all those stuff beyond just the politics, so that there's that diversity that people with different interests can tune in.
Yeah,
I have when you were saying,
hold on, just hold your thought there. You are very correct, very correct. What we need to do, some of the things we are talking about, is the manpower. If you come up tomorrow and say, hey, I'd like to take up a slot, a 1 hour slot to produce this show, we are ready. You are a female out there, you want to take up a slot on ABS to produce a certain type of maybe cultural or fashion or social, political show, we are open to it. We want to diversify ABS to the extent when you tune on, you're not seeing just Chris Anu and seeing the other faces showing up on a regular basis. So it's a great challenge, and we are really looking forward to doing that in the starting in January. We also want to bring in news, a news hour into ABS, and we're hoping that we can recruit reporters, anchors, in strategic locations in Africa like Kenya, Nigeria, of course, La République du Cameroon and Ambazonia, then South Africa. That is what we are looking up to. But again, just as you, Dr. Ebini, said, we need people who are interested in producing shows. I bet you if the idea of your show is good, we will definitely accommodate you. And you don't have to be Cameroonian or Ambazonian. You can be anywhere from Africa. We will accommodate you. Go on, please.
okay, so normally, I have my own little kind of creative mind and certain things that can give a push, especially when it comes to fundraising. Like you talked about getting us together. Remember in the days when we were good together, people were contributing. If you remember just the tax filing of the IG of Sako in 2018, the tax filing alone for that year alone, and just one group, and just the one that was legally presented to the IRS was 1 million, above 1,400,000 dollars CFA. So if we can create that trust and the environment to get our people together, it will be a good thing. As I'm here, I don't really. We are friends and we can work together. I don't mind putting in my own, my face and my own thoughts for us to get in that place. That's what we have been struggling for. I don't try to kill anybody's hope. I try always to look for what is good in people. And so for this project, right now, I'm joining you to beg, our population and people all across to support this TV program. Because I remember I saw, was it, who is this guy? Ajua?
Yeah, Chris Ajua.
I met Chris Ajua at a function, and I say, hey, he looked like your man Chris Andu is beginning to do something that I like. And he said, okay, talk to him, always encourage him, always encourage him. That's what Chris Ajua said. So as you said that you want a contribution of $25 at least minimum and all the like, I'm going to do my own to encourage right now to give $25 in the name of Njekam Chamini, $25 in the name of Anise, $25 in the name of Seseko Julius Ayuktabe, and $25 in the name of President, if he's elected, although I don't know what to call him, Isa Chiruma. Let these people that I'm contributing in their names and their faces and whatever, encourage other
You
people.
didn't mention my name. Am I not important?
No, no, you're the man of the program. That would be redundant.
All
So
right.
this is
Okay.
just a start. This is just a start.
All right.
And I'm not putting for my own name. I'm putting for these people. It's just like in the days when we're raising funds. I always contributed money like $100 for Justice Ebong. I contributed for Mula Mutumbe. I contributed for Pa Gojidinka, and all of those are our icons. So I am doing this for these people, hoping that it would rally people just seeing these names. If you put out your list there, you mark their contribution. I've just set that up. Maybe in the future, I'll be still dropping in some money in their names so that
All right.
their legacy remains up.
All right. That is very much appreciated. That is a total of $100 out there. Thank you
For
very
now,
much,
for
sir.
now.
Mike Fusi, please.
Thank you, Comrade Chris. I hope my audio is better this
It's
time.
better now. Yes.
It
Yeah,
is, it is.
I want to again say that I appreciate the kind words that Dr. Bini expressed there on my behalf. I do appreciate it very much. And I appreciate the fact that you are always open-minded and to talk and interact with other Ambazonians. No hard feelings. We may have differences, but our ability to still come together and exchange ideas, that is what is going to determine whether we are able to be able to sit together in one room, uh, be it virtual or what, and contribute ideas that ultimately should lead us to where we want to go, being the freedom of the Southern Cameroons of Amazonia. So I would like to extend again a special invitation to you, Dr. Abini, to join the meeting again coming up this Saturday. You may not have been as impressed with the first meeting because we had all kinds of people in there, everybody fighting to make their voices heard. But I think it's more structured now, and we have found ways of controlling the meetings better than we did during that first meeting. So I'm sure you will not be disappointed if you should join us.
I promise I'll be there. Please, if you know I'm an old man, if you don't see me, send me a reminder, and I will try to be there.
I will
Sometimes
do.
these things are too many things in the community that you miss things not because you don't want to be there.
I know. I will make sure to remind you. I'll personally send you the link. Yes.
Okay.
So back to that, this very initiative again. I want to take this moment to again encourage our Ambazonians. It is time that we focus on what is important. Let's look at the the liberation or the freedom of the southern Cameroons and Ambazonia should be our guiding star at this point. Nothing else matters. Not any insults that anybody can hurl at you. Nothing else should matter. But that singular objective. If we should just focus on that, and we plan together and strategize together, and first of all, come together and be able to listen together. And somebody may decide not to attend a meeting. Maybe the idea that's supposed to give us our freedom is the one that you are keeping. You may be holding that one idea, that suggestion, that strategy. Where by not attending, you deprive us of our progress that should have come from that very lofty idea that you have. So I'm calling on everybody again to join us. This is a broad-based initiative. There are a vast number of people in there, people with whom we have not interacted for a long time. But we are in there now, exchanging ideas and strategizing and putting a structure, learning from the mistakes of the past and making sure that we don't repeat them again. So I want to encourage all to be with us again. It's this Saturday, 6 p.m. Amber time, and the Zoom link will be shared in, I think, all of the revolutionary fora that we have out there. Now, let me just make one last statement about what is going on in La Republic, and in general about the politics that has affected us so much. We have heard, I think I heard a statement from somebody yesterday that said France offered to Chiroma that he should allow Paul Biya to be in power again for another 3 years, and then thereafter he can take over. And it just smacks of the arrogance that France and others have treated Africans with. Because the question I ask myself is, if this same situation happened in France, will somebody propose to the person who won the election to allow the person who lost the election to lead for another 3 years before he can take over? These people always feel that we don't deserve the same things that they enjoy. That when it comes to Africa, we should be left with the chaffs. The unappealing things are okay for us, but not for them. Have we ever seen in Europe where a leader changed the constitution of their country to run for another term? And yet these are the same people. These are the same people who will welcome these people who violate their own democratic norms, the norms that they themselves say are the principle by which other countries ought to live. But then when it comes to Africa, they have to, it's like the formula of democracy in Africa has been tampered with. One of the variables has been manipulated so that each time an African country tries to use the formula for democracy, all they get is dictatorship. The only thing that gets spun out is dictatorship. No matter what we do, we keep getting dictatorship. And they keep telling us, oh, democracy is right. But if democracy were so right, how about you doing something to help us defend it? Why not help us defend the democratic values that you so much preach? You are the same people welcoming a man like Paul Biya, who has been in power for 43 years, and you call him Mr. President. If Paul Biya were in France, would he be the president of France today? That's the question. And we need to condemn this hypocrisy of the West, where they feel that Africans do not deserve the same good things that they enjoy. So somebody like a murderer like Paul Biya gets called Mr. President. Macron welcomes him, gives him the red carpet. And then you come and tell us that sometimes I feel that democracy, when it was conceived, it was not conceived with Africa in mind. It is only it is only because when Africans saw that we started advocating for democracy, they said, okay, you just have it. But they made sure that the principles of democracy were tampered with and then given to the African countries, knowing that we will never get the full benefits of democracy as they do. Because if we were to enjoy the same benefits, then it will be difficult for them to come in and exploit us as they have done
All right.
since then.
All
That
right.
is it. So
All right.
I want to encourage us Ambazonians that despite these headwinds that we are facing, we have seen a new wind blowing through Africa where there are some promising leaders that are standing up and challenging the status quo and taking back their sovereignty and their dignity, and they are doing great things for their people. We too can do it. All we need is a determination to succeed. And in order to succeed, fellow comrades, we have to come together. There is strength in unity. This
All
is the
right.
moment for us to come together
All right.
and make sure that we are speaking with one voice. We have one diplomatic file. We have one communication message, speaking with one voice, one purpose, and speaking to the world so that they know that we are together and that will mean what we say.
All
Thank you very
right,
much.
Mike, let's get to the phones. Hello.
Yes, hello, Comrade Chris.
Hello, sir. Where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm calling from Texas. I want to first start by thanking the panel. You guys is such a great panel over there, Mike Fusi and Dr. Ibini. I'm going to start with something which is very close to my heart. And this is, talking about, us coming back together. We are so divided. And, we've made some mistakes in the past. The best we can do is to learn from our mistakes, like my brother said, Mike Fusi, and start building up something. But again, what Mike Fusi said again about the allegation from France, coming from France, about Issa Chiroma conceding some power, we have to understand what kind of a country Cameroon is. It's not a real country. Cameroon is a country that has a flag, they have their own anthem, they even have a soccer team, a representation in the United Nations, but it's a country that another country has to make all the decisions for them. It's a country that cannot even mint its own money. It cannot take any decision. So it's not a real country, right? And then I have seen people come on your show and they talk about having 10,000 men, that Pobia will be out by Christmas. Another guy says Cameroonians have played their role and they should not go out to protest, that they don't want to lose a single soul and things like that, right? They're talking about that they have someone even said they have an underground project that you, Chris, you don't even know nothing about, right? And I found that that's to me that's like cowardice, because these are people who are do nothing people, right? We know that for any meaningful action to have taken place we saw it in Sudan, in Egypt, in Syria, in all these countries. It was the power, the people who rose, right? And when the people come out, if you take the case of Cameroon, if the people come out in their numbers, there is about 30 million Cameroonians. If they come out, the ratio, if I did my math correctly, is 1 soldier per 10,000 people.
Yeah.
There's not enough soldiers to stop the population if they come out in numbers.
So
if Cameroonians really, yes, sir.
Look at the population that showed up on the election eve. No, on election night in the Marua.
Right.
Can you imagine you have that population show up just in each town? Can you imagine?
As a matter of fact, half of it, if that was half of that population, could show up across the territory.
Yeah.
Across the territory. This thing that is the true momentum. So when we see people come on air and they're saying that we don't want people to die, we don't want it's appalling.
All right. All right. I hope you are supporting ABS today, sir.
Okay, Comrade Chris, that's a promise. I'll be reaching out.
Well, the number is on your screen. It's very critical. I don't think we're on satellite today.
Yes, it is.
Yes. All right. Thank you, sir.
It is critical. No, you're welcome.
Thank you. All right. The phone line is open. Go ahead and call in. Let's know what is on your mind. And again, we are making this very special appeal for support for ABS. Please consider, if you really enjoy what we do here on ABS and you value it, do us the favor. You can chip in 25, 50, or $100 today to get ABS to stay on satellite, especially for this month of December. All right. Again, the phone line is open. You go ahead and call. While waiting for your call, let me put the ABS donation buttons or platform on the screen. You can support with the phone number you have there. The 301-332-4153 number is both for Cash App and for Zelle. But you can also do Cash App with the 1-346-401-3280 number. Again, that number for the live calls, you can also do Cash App with it. If you want to do Zelle, you can use the 301 number and just text your receipt to the live calls number so we can acknowledge you. Please go ahead and do that, please. Go ahead and do that. In the meantime, waiting for your phone calls. Go ahead with your phone calls. Let's hear what you have on your mind. All right. The phone line is open. You can go ahead and call. So, my Fossey, we were talking about support for ABS. I thought you had something to chip in about that.
Yes, Comrade Chris, of course, we have been doing this, pleading on people to step in and provide their support for ABSTV. I mean, look at the number of persons watching right now just on YouTube and on Facebook, not to talk of those who are watching on satellite back home. The importance of communication for a struggle like ours, when ABS is down, Ground Zero is crying, and there's almost a feeling as if the struggle is dead just because ABS is not on. So if you are fighting a revolution and you are not able to give out your message, your efforts are kind of hindered. That is why one of the things that I normally set up during a struggle like ours is a communication a means for the people to receive instructions and information and updates on what is going on, and inspiration too, motivation to understand that the struggle is going well. And that is why a lot of dictators, they don't, when they have power, they try to control the media. Why do they do that? Because that is how they get to control the people. For example, Comrade Chris, I think you are doing the Chiroma people a great service here by providing them a means for their supporters to get some information, because there is no news media outlet in La Republica Cameroon that will cover anything positive about Chiroma right now. So that is the importance of having something like this. So we cannot overemphasize the importance of it. And I would really urge people, those our viewers out there, if you really value what the programming that you are receiving here, it is important for you to support it. It is important for you to support it. Even here in the US, we have fundraisers. For example, stations like NPR, they conduct fundraisers every time to support the stations. So money, without money, you won't have it. That's just the way things are. And for a lot of these programs that you watch, if you had to pay for, that would be a lot of money. But they're just asking for something here and there just to keep the station running. It's not a profit-making venture. It's just for our people to be informed and educated on what is going on and get some motivation so they can stay focused on the struggle.
All right, let's get back
Comrade Mike. Comrade Mike.
Chris, hold on a second. Let's get back to the phone, then I get back to you. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Chris, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Maryland, bro. I'm so delighted to talk to you today. I've been struggling for almost a year to talk to you.
Oh my, is that how important I am?
Yeah, I've been struggling. I talked to John Bakuro last time. I said, man, I've been struggling that they blocked me from talking to you. You remember me? I'm coming from Jongo, so you know I don't want to even disclose my identity with you. I'll call you behind the scenes so we can talk.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yes, because even Mama died. I struggled to catch up with you at the funeral. I couldn't have time. I couldn't because there was a lot of population. I
Right.
took the other number from the junior brother here. He gave me two numbers. I called the block everywhere for my number because a lot of people have been blocked from you.
Well, I understand. I understand why my phones change. The numbers change. Even this number that you're speaking on is quite new.
Yeah, I just got it now. I'm actually driving. When you gave the new number, I said, let me try. When I tried, I said, oh, I finally got this guy. So
All right.
I will call you behind the scene. So yeah, I will talk to you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, sir. Comrade Chris, go on, sir.
No, I was just saying what Mike was saying. It's just that our people don't know how to rally very well. The technology has helped us so much that
Right.
one of the tools that made dictatorship very effective is the silencing of people and the control of information,
Right.
which, if you look at it, they don't have right now. And so we have all tools. Everybody, if you have a cell phone, you have a modern phone, you can be a journalist. Anybody can do things because of that information, and even things within the dictatorship itself has disgruntled people inside who use technology to leak out information so that the public can have. Some of these things we are having coming from the government is because there are people inside there too who are helping, who are not happy, but they do their own whistle blowing in a different way that they leak out information so that we are aware, hoping that we can use such information and rally and put pressure to get the guys out. And in the 90s, many of us we did not make enmity with people who work for the government and all the like because some of them were very supportive and helpful to us. I mean, some information that saved some of our lives was leaked from presidency, the police, and all that. That people would tell us not to be in certain places, and we would change venue of meetings because, and they'll be looking for where we are. They won't find us. So that's a good thing for us to promote information in this country. If you look at a leader like Trump, he doesn't play even negative information, putting it out there. He's always very happy to take advantage of it. And he just likes the mention of his name in the media. So those things are very good. And also, to one thing I'm contributing in Cheruma's name too is because Chris, whether we like it or not, Chiruma made your stock price to go very high. the
Uh,
the moment the moment he went to Bamenda and said you are his best friend, and he mentioned you, that really uplifted to your because in the past, before Chiroma did that and went to Bamenda and saying talk to you, a lot of people who have come on their program were distancing themselves from anything that had to do with us, any person that had to do with Ambazonia. And then now there's this rush for all the people who condemn us to come to your channel. So that's a very good thing, and that's why what we are benefiting from Chiruma.
well, let's hope that that benefit actually actualize and maybe change the trajectory of what we are fighting for. Dr. Ebedi, Mike Fusi, it's great to have both of you today. In the absence of any calls, we are going to end it at this
Well,
moment.
yeah,
Thank you very
yeah.
much for joining, sir.
No, thank you for having me. And Mike, take care. Nice talking to you, Mike.
Me
Oh,
too, Doc. Me too. Me too. It was nice talking to you. Looking forward to seeing you on Saturday.
all
Certainly,
right.
certainly.
Good night, gentlemen.
Good, good night.
All right. Good
Okay,
night.
okay. Before I go, once more, ladies and gentlemen, I really want to appeal to you to come to the help of ABS. No donation is so small. $25 or $50 or $100. The number you have on your screen, you can use it for Cash App. If you need a Zelle number, we have a 301 number that you can use for Zelle, and that is the number there. That number 301-332-4153. That's a Zelle number. You can use your phone to take a screenshot, and when you make your payment, just send us a receipt so that we can acknowledge you for supporting ABS. It is very, very critical at this moment. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to being back here on Thursday. Wednesday is off. Thursday, back on. However, if there is breaking news, if there is any breaking news tomorrow, you can trust that I will be here. But until then, I will be back on Thursday, waiting for your support, your donations for ABS. Thank you very much, and God bless.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target.
43 years the river has flowed. Same bank, same stone, same winding road. But the youth are calling with voices loud, breaking through the grey morning cloud. The land is tired, the people are strong, waiting, praying it won't be long. One man stepped from the halls of power to stand with us in this urgent hour. Chiroma, oh Chiroma, you carry our dream, a beacon shining where hope has been. From the mountains to the shore, we raise our prayer that change will come and justice be fair.
Chiroma, oh Chiroma, light the way home for every child of Cameroon.
In every village, every crowded street, hearts are pounding with history's beat. The hands that built this nation cry for schools that teach, for truth not lies, for bread on tables, for work and pride, for leaders who will walk beside, not above us, not beyond our reach, but one who practices what they preach. Chiroma, oh Chiroma, you carry our dream, a beacon shining where hope has been. From the mountains to the shore, we raise our prayer that change will come and justice be fair.
Chiroma, oh Chiroma, light the way home for every child of Cameroon.
To the elder who has served so long, Your chapter's written, your story's strong. Find your ease now in honor and grace. Pass the torch to a younger face. Let Cameroon remember you, not for holding on, but letting through. The dawn that's breaking, the hope reborn. This is not defeat, it's a gentler moon. Chiroma, oh, Chiroma, you carry our dream. A beacon shining where hope has been. From the mountains to the shore, the people stand ready to rebuild this blessed land.
Chiroma, oh, Chiroma,
we believe, we'll come home.
Chiroma, oh, Chiroma, you carry our dream. Chiroma,
a beacon shining in hand where hope has been. From the mountains to the shore, the people stand ready to rebuild this blessed land.
Chiroma, oh,